Hello everyone. Today we discuss about the science and the art of management. Given the complexity inherent in the manager's job, a reasonable question relates to whether management is a science or an art. In fact, effective management is a blend of both science and art, and successful executives recognize the importance of the combining both the science and the art of management as they practice their craft. The science of management. Now we discuss about this. Many management problems and issues can be approached in ways that are rational, logical, objective, and systematic. Managers can gather data, facts, and objective information. They can use quantitative models and decision making techniques to arrive at correct decisions. And they need to take such a scientific approach to solving problems whenever possible, especially when they are dealing with relatively routine and straightforward issues. When Starbucks considers entering a new market, its managers look closely at a wide variety of objective details as they formulate their plans. Technical, diagnostic, and decision making skills are especially important when practicing the science of management. Now, the art of management. Even though managers may try to be scientific as much as possible, they must often make decisions and solve problems on the basis of intuition, experience, instinct, and personal insights, relying heavily on conceptual communication, interpersonal, and time management skills. For example, a manager may have to decide between multiple courses of action that look equally attractive, and even objective facts may prove to be wrong. When Starbucks was planning its first store in New York, market research clearly showed that New Yorkers preferred drip coffee to more exotic and espresso style coffees. After first installing more drip coffee makers and fewer espresso makers than in their other stores. Managers had to backtrack when the New York lined up clamoring for espresso. Starbucks now introduces a standard menu and layout in all its stores, regardless of presumed market difference, and makes necessary adjustment later. Thus, manager must blend an element of intuitions and personal insight with hard data and objective facts. So most managers today recognize the importance of history in the evaluation of management. Now we discuss about this. Knowing the origins of their organization and the kinds of practices that have led to success or failure can be an indispensable tool to managing the contemporary organization. Thus, in the next section, we trace the history of management thought. Then we move forward to the present day by introducing contemporary management issues and challenges. Now, the importance of theory and history. Some people question the value of history and theory. Their arguments are usually based on the assumptions that history has no relevance to contemporary society and that theory is abstract and of no practical use. In reality, however, both theory and history are important to all managers today. A theory is simply a conceptual framework for organizing knowledge and providing a blueprint of action. Although some theories seem abstract and relevant or irrelevant, others appear very simple and practical. Management theories used to build organizations and guide them toward their goals are grounded in reality. In addition, most managers develop and refine their own theories of how they should run their organizations and manage the behavior of their employees. An awareness and understanding of important historical developments are also important to contemporary managers. Understanding the historical context of management provides a sense of heritage and can help managers avoid the mistakes of others. Most courses in US history devote time to business and economic developments in this country, including the industrial revolutions, the early labor movement, and the Great Depression, and to such captains of US industry as Cornelius, railroads, and Andrew Carnegie, that is steel company. The contributions of these and other industrialists left a profound imprint on contemporary culture. And Levi's, Ford, Lloyd's, Disney, Honda, Unilever all maintain significant archives about their past and frequently evoke images from that past in their orientations and training programs, advertising campaigns, and other public relations activities. Now, the historical of context of management. The practice of management can be traced back thousands of years. The Egyptians used the management functions of planning, organizing, and controlling. When they constructed the Great Pyramids, Alexander the Great employed a staff organizations to coordinate activities during his military campaigns. The Roman Empire developed a well-defined organizational structure that greatly facilitated communication and control. In spite of this history, however, management per se was not given serious attention until the 19th century. Two of its first true pioneers were, that is, Robert Owen and Charles Babbage. So when a British industrialist and reformer was one of the first managers to recognize the importance of an organization's human resources and the welfare of workers. And Charles Babbage, as English mathematician, focused his attention on efficiencies of production. He placed great faith in divisions of labor and advocated the application of mathematics to problems such as the efficient use of facilities and materials. Now, the classical management perspective. At the dawn of the 20th century, the preliminary ideas and writings to these and other managers and theoretics covered with the emergence of evolutions of large scale business and management practices to create interest and focus attention on how business should be operated. The first important ideas to emerge are now called the classical management perspective. This perspective actually includes two different viewpoints: scientific management and administrative management. What is scientific management? Productivity emerged as a serious business problem during the first few years of this century. Business was expanding and capital was rapidly available, but labor was in short supply. Hence, managers began to search for ways to use existing labor more efficiently. In response to this need, experts began to focus on ways to improve the performance of individuals, workers. Their work led to the development of scientific management. Some of the earliest advocates of scientific management includes Frederick W. Taylor, 1856 to 1915, Frank Gilbert, 1868 to 1924, and Leon Gilbreth, 1878 to 1972. One of Taylor's first jobs was as a foreman at the Midvale Steel Company in Philadelphia. It as there that he observed what he called soldiering employees and deliberately working at a pace slower than their capabilities. Taylor studied and timed each element of the steel workers' jobs. He determined what each worker should be producing, and then he designed the most efficient way of doing each part of the overall task. Next, he implemented a piecework pay system rather than paying all employees the same wage. He began increasing the pay of each workers who meet and exceed the target levels of output set for his or her job. After Taylor left Midvale, he worked as a consultant for several companies, including Simmons Rolling Machine Company and Bethlehem Steel. At Simmons, he studied and redesigned jobs, introduced rest period to reduce fatigue, and implemented a piecework pay system. The results were higher quality and quantity too of output and improved morale. At Bethlehem Steel, Taylor studied efficient ways of loading and unloading rail cars and applied his conclusions with equally impressive results. During these experiences, he formulated the basic ideas that he called scientific management. Now, basic steps Taylor suggested. He believed that managers who followed his guidelines would improve the efficiency of their works or workers. Taylor's work had a major impact on US industry. By applying his principles, many organizations achieved major gains in efficiency. Taylor was not without his dictators. However, labor argued that scientific management was just a device to get more work from each employee and to reduce the total number of workers needed by a firm. There was a congressional investigation into Taylor's ideas, and evidence suggests that he falsified some of his findings. Nevertheless, Taylor's work left a lasting imprint on business. Frank and Lynn Gilbert, contemporaries of Taylor, were a husband and wife team of industrial engineers. One of the Frank Gilbert's most interesting contributions was to the craft and bricklaying. After studying bricklayers at work, he developed several producers for doing the job more efficiently. For example, he specified standard materials and techniques, including the positioning of the bricklayers, the bricks, and the mortar at different levels. The results of these changes were a reductions from 18 separate physical movements to find an increase in output of about 200%. Lillian Gilbreth made equally important contributions to several areas of work, helped shape the field of industrial psychology, and made substantive contributions to the field of personnel management. Working individually and together, the Gilberts developed numerous techniques and strategies for eliminating inefficiency. They applied many of their ideas to their family. Their experiences raising 12 children are documented in the book and movie Cheaper by the Dozen. So that's the end of the video, my friends. If you like my blog, please subscribe my channel, and in the next episode I will discuss about administrative management. So have a good day and thanks for watching my videos again.